Afternoon and welcome to Petrolheads London. And if you've not tuned in before, my name's Tom and this is my channel Petrolheads London, where I like to bring you lots of content around cars, bikes, events and all the stuff that evolves around that, and my ownership of my F-Type and my BMW S1000R at the moment. So this is the 5 at 5, so it's 5 minutes at 5 PM every Wednesday around car, bike and event news that's going on. So first off, please remember, first person to comment in the comments box will get shout out in next week's video. This week was Paul Dolden, so thank you very much for your comments last week and thank you for tuning in. Avila video still going really strong, so again, thank you for all the support on that. But the one thing I want to talk about, first of all, is Isle of Man TT. Big week for the Isle of Man TT, but unfortunately some very sad news for this week. So first of all, there was Dan Kneen, who passed away in an accident in the qualifying, and then followed by Adam Lyon as well, also this week, I believe. So it is a very, very dangerous race, the Isle of Man TT, and I suppose that's kind of what creates that spectacular that it is. However, really sad to see those young riders losing their lives as part of that. So on slightly happier news around the Isle of Man TT, what we have seen is also a new lap record. So it's measured, if you've not watched it before, in miles per hour around, and so it was 134.4 and some other numbers by Dan Harrison, who got the new lap record. So I'm looking over here because I've got some notes. So yeah, pretty phenomenal stuff. Keep watching this week. Next up on my list is some stuff I've been reading in the papers around research around speeding drivers, and apparently middle age 41 to 60 are the biggest culprit according to the Smart Drivers Club research that was done recently. Probably no surprise to us, but I think there's a whole debate over speed limits as well and whether they're high enough. I think aligning them with maybe some of the more European countries would probably be, I think, sensible, but you know, who knows? I'm not sure that's going to be reviewed in any time in the future. What else have we got? So big news on cars. So the Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato, this bad boy here. Do you know, there's some really interesting stuff coming out at the moment. To me, this feels a little bit like probably Ferrari FF territory. It's that kind of shooting brake type almost vehicle, you know, in the kind of high-end sports car side of things. I actually quite like this, and they've got various colours up. Check out the Aston Martin feeds on this to have a look, but I just think this looks pretty mean. I'm still jury's out around the Aston Martin Vantage, actually, which I've always been a fan of, the original one, and I need to spend some time looking at it, I think. But this, I think, is in the right colour, especially this one in the black, is a beautiful looking car. So interesting bit of car news there. One thing for me, I suppose, in terms of activities for Petrolheads London. So I quite often go to car meets, and especially I like the Goodwood meets. However, this year I've had a bit of a change. I didn't make it to the supercar breakfast meet this week, or last week, due to my own stupidity and lack of organisation. However, I do believe it was absolute carnage and massive from what I've seen, and there's some other great videos out there, so make sure you have a look and see what the guys have covered there. I think one of my things to reflect on this is the one thing I used to love about the Goodwood breakfast meets is they were just these really small sort of kind of informal events, and now they seem to have almost become a bit of a victim of their own success, and they're so big you need to get tickets in order to go to them. And I'm just not sure, you know, that it kind of lost the charm that it had for me before. So I'm not actually sure I'm that gutted I missed it, although there were some amazing cars there. Finally on that, Goodwood Festival of Speed. This year, sadly, I will not be going. This is the first year I will not be going in some time, and I'm absolutely gutted, but unfortunately diary clashes for me just don't work. And then I suppose my final thing is just to talk about some up and coming stuff. So I'm getting lots of comments around the stuff I've done on my bike, and obviously the sun's out, it's beautiful weather, and I've been riding my bike a lot more. Except for the day last week I went out and I got caught in the most torrential rain ever. However, mods. There is one big thing I've been complaining about on my bike, which is sound. And there is something coming on this very, very soon. I've been super busy this week on the bike. So stay tuned. When I get the chance to make a video about it, I will update you. Anyway, I'm up to my 5 minutes. Thank you very much for watching Petrolheads London. Thank you for watching my 5 at 5. Please remember, comments below. I try and reply to everything. Keen to hear what you want to see around my bike and my car. So again, keep the comments coming. First person to comment will get a shout out next week's video. Thanks very much. Cheers.